This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a financial planner? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Alex Wilson with Provident. Alex, it's great to have you on today. Now, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I just got back from a trip to Chicago visiting family.
Lots of fun. Well, today we are excited to learn more about you and what you do. So tell us a little about your company.
So Provident Financial Planning is a very small financial planning firm started in 2017. We're very focused on trying to be the quarterback of our clients' financial lives. So we're fiduciary advisors, so we have our clients' best interests at heart. We're not selling anything. We don't receive commissions from trades. So we try to bring together financial planning, estate planning, tax strategy, investment management. So our clients don't have to coordinate with 4 or 5 different professionals to get everything done. So we just try to do everything in-house and make it a one-stop shop.
Wow. And what does being the quarterback for your clients look like in daily practice?
Daily practice, that just looks like coordinating everything for them. So I'll have a client come and say, well, I need to open up a trust. I don't know where to start. And instead of having them have to go and talk to an estate attorney and go to some other company and go to some other building and run these errands just to try to open a trust, we just go ahead and take care of that for them. So we have our trusted estate attorneys. We have accredited estate planners that can go over everything. We have the meeting with them, and then we just take care of that. So we'll take care of every step. They won't even know half of the work that we did to get that done for them. They'll just see the result at the end, and they get to, stay at home and not have to run around and answer 15 different emails back and forth between people.
Wow. And Alex, what originally led you into your industry?
So I started at a young age, very interested in personal finance. I saved almost every penny from summer jobs and things like that. And I learned that, you don't really need a large salary to build financial security. You just need a plan. And so that's something I've been very eager to try to teach people. It's not something I got into immediately. I went straight into the Navy right after high school. I spent 4 years overseas, so I was away for a while. And while I was there, I started a bachelor's degree in accounting as well. And then, when I left, I started a career in banking because I wanted to get closer to be able to help people, educate people during those important financial decisions. But then not long after that, I joined Provident as a financial advisor. I realized I could, have a larger, more direct impact at a smaller firm and possibly build longer, more meaningful relationships and just be more involved in that way. Today I get to help clients make those important decisions and feel more confident about their future. I also get to do a lot of work for the Provident Widows and Orphans Foundation to really help guide people through their times of need. And so that's exactly what I hoped I would get to do when I started all of this journey.
Wow. And does having that Navy background impact how you interact with others today in a workplace setting?
It does. I wish there was more overlap between some of the skills I learned in the Navy and finance, but there is not. I was a small boat engineer, and the most I can think of, the biggest skill would maybe be attention to detail. A lot of people really appreciate that discipline and that attention to detail. But besides that, it didn't help much with the career, but I think it's definitely made it very easy to put myself in other people's shoes, having had, large a transition from the military to civilian life. And we have quite a few clients that are also, veterans, and that's been very helpful to have that background and get to talk to them and just know what those acronyms mean and know what they say when they're talking about some deployment that they were on, because sometimes that communication breaks down with someone who wasn't in the military previously.
Well, being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes is a huge skill for anyone to have. Now, we know marketing is at the heart of every great brand. So, who are you really looking to reach with your services and how are you attracting them today?
So at the moment, previously, we were reaching for those that are retiring or close to, possibly looking more towards those higher net worth individuals. And we still have those services, but we're also now we have the ability to open ourselves up to a broader audience. And so we're really trying to hone in on trying to get young couples. We're trying to reach young couples because we realized that starting your planning, your financial planning as early as possible really makes the biggest impact. And that doesn't necessarily help us with growing our business financially, but it definitely allows us to help young people, especially in these times where things seem a little difficult. They're maybe up in the air, a lot of uncertainty. The earlier we can start educating, the bigger the impact we can have. And so that's what we're looking to do right now.
I love that. And how are you attracting these people today?
So previously, as you can maybe guess, as financial advisors, we are not marketing experts. And so we definitely stay within our lane in financial planning. But we've been trying to do more outreach with social media. We've been writing more articles to try to reach those younger people that may be just on social media, and that's where they see these things. Now we're starting with podcasts, and I get to be the one to go ahead and launch this effort to try to attract those younger people, and say, hey, you just got married. Well, I just recently got married back in March. And so I understand what you're going through. And here's some of the things that I've looked at. And here's some of my education or some of the lessons we learned the hard way. Here's how we can apply them to your situation. Or maybe you don't feel confident in your ability to buy a home or your ability to retire, but here's what the models say. Here's what the information says. Let's see what we can do to help you.
Have you ever thought of incorporating that wisdom into your own podcast for the business?
No, that's actually it's giving me something to think about. That may be something we do. We have not gotten into YouTube videos or TikToks or anything like that yet, but that may be something we try to do.
What about outside of work, Alex? What do you like to do for a little R&R?
Right now, outside of work, so because of the Navy, I love to travel. I still can't get that out of my system, and so I try to travel and see as much of the world as possible. But when I'm not really doing that, I try to spend a lot of time with family. So we're usually having dinner, we're playing board games together. Our favorite board game right now is Forest Shuffle. For anyone looking for a new board game to play at home, it's great. I'm also doing a little bit of writing, currently working on a book based on my own experiences, focuses on how someone can earn and someone earning an ordinary income can still build their wealth, and how that's something they can transfer on to their future generations. And so I'm hoping that that will give others some of the financial education I wish I had growing up.
That's amazing. And before we wrap up today, what would your final closing statement be that you would like our listeners to know about your company?
Um, I wish more people knew that financial planning isn't just about stocks or life insurance. It's about trying to help people make informed decisions with their lives. And that you don't have to wait until you reach a certain net worth or until you're about to retire to start planning. That the earlier you start, the more time you have to build good habits and avoid those costly mistakes. And you can take advantage of your youth to really set yourself up and set your family up for a good future. You don't need to have everything figured out, before you speak to an advisor.
And finally, where can our listeners go to learn more about you?
Listeners can learn more just by searching for Provident Financial Planning on any search engine, or they can visit providentfp.com. There they can read some of our articles that we've been working on, see kind of our services. They can even schedule a complimentary phone call just to ask questions and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Well, Alex, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thanks for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpnorthdallas.com. That's gnpnorthdallas.com or call 469-221-9345.